My name is Dorothy Nyahondo from Real-Time Biotech and Engineering in Zimbabwe. I'm here with a farmer. So, Mama, I'm going to start with your name and the name of the farm, the size of the farm, and the district.
My name is Dorothy Nyahondo. I'm a farmer in Makonde District, Mashonaland West province, Zimbabwe, Mhangura area. The farm which we are in here is 208 hectares, where we are practicing farming.
So can you at least maybe tell us a short story about your farm, why you decided to become a farmer?
The story goes like this. In 1996, the government of Zimbabwe wanted to resettle farmers, and this type of resettlement is a specialized type of resettlement whereby the government took agricultural graduates to put on the farm. So we were put on the farm together with my husband in 1996 and given 5 years to work on the farm and make a payment for the farm. So we did come here in 1997 and worked on the farm, built the infrastructure which was required during that time for us to be registered and be able to be entitled to the farm with title deeds. It was just a farm owned by the government, and it was laying idle. So we worked and bought it and purchased it in 2005, and now it's our own property. We got title deeds for it.
So, Mama, have you ever heard about the Carboneg Program?
I haven't heard about the Carboneg Program. It's my first day to hear about it, but I heard about the climate change in 2018 with the Minister of Agriculture, the late Parents Shiri, when we had gone for a meeting, and that's where he told us about the climate change and asked us to grow sorghum in order to mitigate the climate change.
So speaking about climate change, what do you think about climate change, about climate action? What do you think?
It's a serious problem, very serious indeed. And I was saying I once heard it long before when we were growing tobacco and we were using this methyl bromide for fumigation of seedbeds. And we were stopped using that because we were destroying the ozone layer. And now with the seasons that we are coming to, we find that this is a very serious issue and needs to be addressed like yesterday.
All right, thank you so much. So are you ready to transition from conventional farming to regenerative agriculture?
Yes, very much so, because the dry conditions we are experiencing, we have harvested nothing. Like in the last season, we grew 10 hectares of soybeans and only harvested 4 bags. So it's quite a serious issue, and we need to tend to these new practices that Carboneg is talking about, regenerative agriculture.
Thank you so much, Mama. So are you going to tell any other farmers, like your friends, your neighbors, other farmers about the Carboneg Program?
Yes, very much so, because this growing of sorghum, I have influenced Mashonaland West province. We have groups from Banget to Karoi, where people we are influencing farmers to grow sorghum in order to survive, to meet this climate change. So with this Carboneg Program, when we are marketing our sorghum the next 2 weeks to come, I will call the farmers around and introduce this Carboneg Program so that we get into it. It's a very good program.
All right, that's great, that's great, that's great. And also I can see you're growing sorghum. Have you harvested yet, or are you still planning on harvesting?
We are harvesting, and you can see the workers they started harvesting just a few days ago. So we are on it and harvesting the little that survived the drought conditions.
So about the Carboneg program, what do you think? What do you think maybe we can assist you with as the Carboneg program as farmers? What do you think we can assist you with?
The most important thing which I think you should assist us with is fencing material for our paddocks, so that we have our cattle getting into paddocks. And once we have that, we are able to separate or designate lands. 1 year or this week we are grazing on this piece of land, and the next week we are on that piece of land. Without any fencing, it's very difficult to practice mixed farming.
Okay. So being part of the Carboneg program, what are your future prospects once you start start practicing the principles of regenerative agriculture? What are your future prospects?
I feel in future we'll get better yields from our farming, and maybe we'll have to introduce mixed cropping, intercropping, so that we may conserve a lot of moisture, because the heat that we saw this last season, we need really to focus and be serious on the regenerative agriculture and this Carboneg program that we are talking about, so that our ground will continue to be covered throughout the season.
Thank you so much, Mama. Appreciate it. All right.
Thank you.